Have you ever felt like airports are hiding things from you? That your boarding pass holds more than just a seat number, or that turbulence isn't the scariest part of flying? For travelers who want to feel smarter, safer, and more confident the next time they fly, this video reveals what airlines and airports don't want you to know. From the boarding gate to the security checkpoint and even your seatbelt, there's far more happening behind the scenes than most passengers realize. Whether you fly a few times a year or every month, these secrets can change how you prepare, pack, and respond at the airport. Subscribe to Epic Voyage and check the description for official travel resource links and essential products that can make your next flight smoother, safer, and less stressful. Chapter 1. The meaning behind the SSSS on your boarding pass. Spotting the letters SSS on your boarding pass might seem like a harmless detail, but it's actually a red flag for extra security screening, standing for secondary security screening selection. This code indicates that you'll be subject to a more thorough inspection. You might be pulled aside, your bag scrutinized, and every move monitored. This isn't always random. Criteria like making a last-minute booking, purchasing a one-way ticket, or paying in cash can trigger it. Even a checkerboard pattern instead of letters could mean the same thing. Travelers who've faced this say it can lead to delays, missed flights, or unnecessary stress, especially when they didn't know what the code meant in advance. Chapter 2. Why plane seats are almost always blue. Blue isn't just a corporate branding color. It's backed by psychology. Airlines select blue upholstery because it calms passengers and helps reduce in-flight anxiety. Studies show that blue tones encourage feelings of trust and tranquility, which is exactly the mindset airlines want to foster in a confined, high-altitude environment. But there's a more practical reason too. Stains, wear, and grime are less visible on navy or dark blue fabrics. In high-traffic areas like cabins that handle hundreds of passengers per day, blue maintains a clean look longer, saving on deep cleaning and replacement costs. Chapter 3. The hidden dangers of throwing away your boarding pass. Once you've boarded, your used boarding pass may feel like trash, but tossing it in a public bin can expose you to real risks. These slips of paper often include sensitive personal data, like your full name, frequent flyer number, and a booking reference number that can be used to access your itinerary. In the wrong hands, someone could use this information to change your reservation, cancel your flight, or gather additional personal details about you. The safest option is to bring it home and shred it. Digital boarding passes help, but even they should be cleared from your mobile wallet after the trip. Chapter 4. Should you board the plane, first or last? Many travelers rush to board early, hoping to beat the crowd or find space for their carry-on. But seasoned flyers often wait until the last boarding group. Boarding later reduces the amount of time spent sitting in a cramped space, and it can make the overall experience less stressful, especially when it means avoiding the rush down the narrow aisles. However, the key exception is overhead bin space. If you're carrying a large or oddly shaped bag, boarding early ensures there's space near your seat. If your bag ends up in a distant bin or gets checked at the last second, it could delay you upon arrival. Chapter 5. The secret switch on the lavatory door. Airplane lavatories appear secure when locked from the inside, but flight attendants can open them quickly in an emergency. Just behind the lavatory sign is a concealed lever that unlocks the door from the outside. This safety feature is critical if someone loses consciousness inside or if a child locks themselves in. It also ensures cabin crew have full access at all times, even if a passenger is unresponsive. It's a reminder that onboard privacy has practical limits when safety is involved. Chapter 6. The real threat. Turbulence versus updrafts. Turbulence is a common fear for passengers, but it's rarely dangerous. Planes are built to withstand heavy jolts. What pilots really worry about are updrafts, powerful vertical currents of air, often found near thunderstorms. These can lift an aircraft rapidly, destabilizing its altitude or speed. Unlike turbulence, which mainly jostles the plane, updrafts can force it into altitudes that require urgent correction. Night flying or poor radar visibility makes them harder to predict. Pilots receive intensive training and real-time weather updates to help them avoid these hidden hazards. Chapter 7. How planes avoid collisions mid-air. Airspace may seem crowded, but collisions are incredibly rare thanks to Traffic Collision Avoidance Systems, TCS. These systems constantly scan for other aircraft, alerting pilots with warnings like traffic at 10 miles and directional commands at closer distances. These automated systems offer instructions to climb, descend or turn, ensuring both aircraft adjust course without relying on visual sighting. This silent guidance plays a critical role in keeping commercial aviation one of the safest forms of transport. Chapter 8. Why airplane food tastes bland. The mystery of bland airplane food lies in science, not culinary skill. At 30,000 feet, cabin pressure and dry air reduce your ability to taste salt and sugar by up to 30%. Airline kitchens adjust recipes accordingly, adding more spices or seasoning than they would on the ground. Additionally, the constant cabin noise affects taste perception. Studies suggest that using noise-canceling headphones can make food taste better by reducing this auditory interference. Some airlines now even tailor their menus to include umami-rich ingredients, which hold up better under altitude conditions. Chapter 9. What cabin dings and chimes actually mean. Those familiar dings you hear mid-flight aren't random. Each one communicates a specific message to the crew. A single chime often signals that the landing gear has been retracted after takeoff. 3 low tones warn of upcoming turbulence, prompting the crew to secure carts and fasten seatbelts. A high-low chime is used to summon crew members to another section of the aircraft. These audio cues ensure coordination among staff without disrupting passengers, helping keep flights safe and orderly. Chapter 10. Where to sit to avoid turbulence. Turbulence isn't felt equally throughout the plane. The smoothest ride is typically found over the wings, where the aircraft's center of gravity is located. This area absorbs and distributes motion better than the front or rear, which act like the ends of a seesaw. Passengers prone to motion sickness or anxiety often find the middle section far more comfortable. Seat selection here can't eliminate rough air, but it does reduce the jarring movements that many passengers find unsettling. Chapter 11. Why pilots eat different meals. There's a reason pilots don't share the same meal during a flight. To minimize the risk of both being incapacitated by food poisoning, airlines require pilots to eat different dishes, sometimes from entirely different sources. If one meal is contaminated, the other remains unaffected. Additionally, pilots stagger their meal times to ensure one is always alert and functioning. This policy has proven effective in protecting against the rare but serious risk of onboard foodborne illness. Chapter 12. The dirtiest spots on a plane. It's easy to assume the bathroom is the dirtiest part of a plane, but tests show otherwise. Headrests, tray tables, seat pockets, and seat belts often carry far more bacteria. In one study, 1/3 of seat belts showed traces of yeast and mold. Tray tables sometimes contain more germs than a household toilet. Why? Quick turnarounds between flights mean limited time for thorough cleaning. For passengers concerned with hygiene, carrying disinfectant wipes and cleaning personal space can be a simple yet effective solution. Have you ever been surprised by airport security? Take a moment to share your experiences in the comments. Have you ever been pulled aside without warning? Spotted something odd while boarding? We want to hear your story. Chapter 13. What finishing paperwork really means. When pilots announce they're finishing up some paperwork, they're not sitting around idly. This process includes confirming the flight plan, weight and balance checks, weather routing, and reviewing the flight log. Finalizing this paperwork is essential to ensuring regulatory compliance and flight safety. The logbook becomes part of the permanent flight record, and any delay in its completion can delay takeoff. So while it may sound like an excuse, it's a vital pre-flight step. Chapter 14. Secret bedrooms for flight crew. Long-haul flights often stretch over 10 hours, and cabin crew need rest just like passengers. That's where the crew rest compartment comes in. These hidden bunk areas, usually accessed via unmarked doors, are located above or below the passenger cabin. Designed for comfort and privacy, they allow staff to rotate breaks during long journeys. Some compartments have as many as 10 berths, complete with lighting, bedding, and ventilation systems. Regulations require crew to rest based on flight duration, ensuring they remain alert and effective. Chapter 15: The Hidden Strength of Airplane Windows. Airplane windows are more than just a view portal. They're engineered for strength and safety. Most have 3 layers: an outer pane that handles pressurization, a middle pane for insulation, and an inner pane for protection. The small hole you might see in the bottom layer, called a breather hole, helps balance pressure between the panes. Rounded window shapes also play a vital role. Early square designs failed under pressure due to stress concentrating at the corners. Modern curved windows distribute stress more evenly, dramatically improving safety. Chapter 16: Why planes get hit by lightning and stay safe. Commercial aircraft are hit by lightning around once a year. It's far less dangerous than it sounds. Planes are built with conductive materials like aluminum that allow the electrical charge to travel along the surface and exit harmlessly. Modern aircraft are also tested to withstand these strikes without functional damage. Interestingly, planes don't just get hit by lightning, they sometimes trigger it. Flying through charged clouds can generate static electricity that sparks a discharge. But thanks to advanced engineering, it's more a spectacle than a hazard. Chapter 17: Airport Layout Tricks that Make You Spend More. Ever noticed how airport walkways guide you through a maze of shops before reaching your gate? That's no accident. Airports are designed to subtly encourage spending. Many terminals direct passengers through duty-free zones after security, often veering to the left to catch the eye of right-handed travelers who pull luggage with their right arm and browse with their left. Comfortable lighting, soothing music, and curated seating areas also play a psychological role. Studies show that relaxed passengers are up to 10% more likely to spend on food, gifts, or travel extras. Chapter 18: The Truth About Duty-Free Pricing. Duty-free doesn't always mean cheap. While some alcohol and tobacco products may offer savings, many items like perfumes, snacks, or electronics can actually be more expensive than in regular retail stores. Duty-free rules also vary by country, and restrictions on liquid carry-ons still apply during layovers. For instance, even sealed duty-free items can be confiscated at your next security checkpoint. Savvy travelers compare prices online before buying and consider whether convenience truly outweighs cost. Chapter 19: Is the 2-hour early arrival rule a trap? Most airlines suggest arriving 2 hours before a flight, but this isn't always necessary. At major hubs during peak times, 2 hours might be tight. But at smaller airports or off-peak hours, arriving 90 minutes early is usually sufficient. So why the blanket advice? Extended dwell times translate to more time in shops and restaurants, boosting airport revenue. This golden hour between security and boarding is when passengers are most likely to spend impulsively. Arriving smarter, not just earlier, can save time and money. Chapter 20: Free water, overpriced bottles, and how to stay hydrated. Airport water prices are notoriously inflated, but you don't have to pay them. Most airports now include water refill stations beyond security. Bringing an empty reusable bottle allows you to fill up for free. Refill stations are typically located near restrooms or gate seating areas. If you can't find one, ask airport staff or check the airport's website. Many publish refill map locations. Staying hydrated is essential, especially in the dry cabin air of airplanes. Chapter 21: How to avoid currency exchange scams. Currency exchange booths at airports rarely offer favorable rates. They often include hidden service fees or unfavorable conversion margins. A better strategy is to withdraw local currency from a bank ATM at your destination, using a card with low foreign transaction fees. Some travelers pre-order currency from their home bank or use travel money cards that offer competitive exchange rates. Planning ahead can save substantial money and reduce travel day stress. Chapter 22. Packing secrets frequent flyers use. Packing efficiently isn't just about saving space, it's about avoiding unnecessary stress. Rolling clothes rather than folding them maximizes space and minimizes wrinkles. Filling shoes with socks or small items makes the most of every inch. Compression bags are useful for condensing bulky items like jackets or sweaters. Even using a pill organizer for earrings or a mint tin for emergency cash can free up valuable room. Frequent flyers swear by these tricks to avoid checked bag fees and speed through airport checkpoints. Chapter 23. What to avoid eating at the airport. That tempting sushi bar or spicy street food near your departure gate might not be the best idea. Eating unfamiliar or rich foods before a flight can upset your stomach, especially with changes in cabin pressure and digestion. Foodborne illness is the last thing anyone wants at 35,000 feet. Stick to lighter, familiar meals before flying. If you're sensitive to dairy, high-fat meals, or anything spicy, it's wise to wait until arrival before indulging. Staying hydrated and choosing safe, simple snacks can keep you feeling better throughout the journey. Don't miss out on travel essentials. Before we dive into the next set of airport secrets, take a moment to make sure you're subscribed to Epic Voyage so you never miss insider travel knowledge like this. Also, check the video description for official travel resources. And must-have essentials, from TSA-approved luggage locks to flight comfort kits that can make your next journey easier, safer, and smoother. Chapter 24. Why your luggage gets lost and how to prevent it. Lost luggage isn't just a stroke of bad luck. Sometimes it's a result of tight transfer times, unclear labeling, or even human error during loading. One simple precaution is placing a printed copy of your itinerary or boarding pass inside your bag. This gives airport staff a way to identify your luggage even if the tag is damaged or missing. Using an electronic tracking device can also help monitor your bag's location during your journey. And before handing it off, take a photo of the contents. This can be crucial when filing a compensation claim. Chapter 25. What happens if a bird flies into an engine? Bird strikes sound alarming, but modern engines are built to withstand them. While rare, they typically occur during takeoff or landing when planes are closest to birds. Engines may fail, but commercial jets are designed to fly safely on one engine. Pilots train extensively for such scenarios and react quickly to minimize risk. In some cases, flights return to the airport for safety, but catastrophic failure is extremely uncommon. Chapter 26. Why planes don't have ejector seats or parachutes. Unlike fighter jets, commercial planes don't use ejection systems or parachutes for passengers. The speeds, altitudes, and sheer number of travelers make it unsafe and impractical. Ejecting from a commercial plane would require special gear, training, and oxygen masks, and still poses serious risks of injury. Instead, planes rely on life vests, rafts, and well-rehearsed evacuation procedures. These methods are safer, faster, and more reliable in real emergencies. Chapter 27. Why planes don't use reverse gears. Planes don't go in reverse like cars. Their engines are designed to push air backward, creating forward thrust. To move backward from a gate, airports use specialized vehicles called pushback tractors. While it's technically possible for jets to reverse using engine power, it's noisy, inefficient, and dangerous to ground personnel. That's why pilots never back up on their own. Chapter 28. Yes, there are cameras in the cabin. Most passengers don't realize that some aircraft have cameras in the cabin. These are not hidden or intrusive. They're installed near crew workstations to monitor hard-to-see areas. They help ensure security during takeoff and landing when flight attendants are seated. Lavatories, however, are camera-free zones. These systems assist the crew, especially in emergencies when rapid response is critical. Chapter 29. The hidden reasons behind cabin rules during takeoff and landing. Instructions to raise window shades, return seats upright, and store large electronics aren't just formalities. During takeoff and landing, the most critical phases of flight, visibility for both passengers and rescuers, is vital. Raised shades let natural light in, helping your eyes adjust in case of power failure. Stowing devices ensures the aisles are clear during evacuation. These small actions could save lives in an emergency. Chapter 30. Why some planes skip row 13, 14 or 17. If you've scanned your boarding pass and noticed there's no row 13, you're not imagining things. Many airlines skip certain row numbers due to cultural superstitions. In Western countries, 13 is avoided due to its reputation as unlucky. In some Asian regions, row 4 or 14 is skipped as the pronunciation of those numbers sounds like death in local dialects. It's a minor change, but one that respects global passengers' peace of mind. Chapter 31. The truth about crew equipment and safety tools. Flight attendants are trained for more than handing out snacks. They carry equipment that includes defibrillators, oxygen kits, fire extinguishers, and yes, even handcuffs. These are used when a passenger becomes violent or poses a threat to others. While rare, unruly behavior is taken seriously, and crew members are trained to de-escalate and restrain if needed. Every item has a purpose in maintaining in-flight safety. Chapter 32. The secret in the tail of the plane, the APU. That little hole at the back of the plane isn't just for design, it's where the auxiliary power unit, APU, lives. This hidden turbine engine powers cabin lights, air conditioning, and essential systems when the main engines are off. It's also used to start those engines on the ground. The APU is a silent workhorse that ensures comfort and safety long before takeoff. Chapter 33. Why planes don't use multiple doors to board. While using 2 doors might speed up boarding, it also requires more gate space. Many airports aren't equipped for this, and boarding from both ends can disrupt ramp operations. Dual boarding is more common in newer terminals or on budget airlines using staircases rather than jet bridges. But for now, most airports favor order over speed. Chapter 34. How airline pricing algorithms trick you. Airline ticket prices aren't fixed. They change constantly, sometimes even within the same day. Pricing algorithms analyze your search behavior, demand, and location to adjust fares. Clearing cookies or searching in incognito mode can occasionally yield cheaper results. Booking early doesn't always guarantee the best deal either. Some routes have predictable fare cycles, and comparison tools can help identify trends. Understanding how these algorithms operate can save hundreds on flights. Chapter 35. Why you're asked to turn off your phone. Airplane mode isn't just a formality. Mobile devices emit radio signals that could interfere with cockpit communication systems. While modern aircraft are heavily shielded, the risk, especially during takeoff and landing, is considered non-zero. More importantly, enforcing airplane mode ensures passengers are alert to crew instructions during critical moments. Compliance is both a safety precaution and a matter of courtesy. Chapter 36. How crew members handle in-flight medical emergencies. Cabin crew receive rigorous training in handling medical emergencies. They are certified in CPR, know how to use automated defibrillators, and are trained to identify symptoms of stroke, cardiac arrest, and more. Planes carry emergency medical kits and have access to ground-based medical professionals via radio. In critical situations, pilots may divert to the nearest airport. Knowing this support system exists provides peace of mind for passengers with health concerns. Chapter 37. The real reasons behind overbooked flights. Overbooking isn't an accident, it's strategy. Airlines know a small percentage of passengers won't show up, so they sell more tickets than seats to maximize profits. Most of the time it works smoothly, but when everyone shows up, someone gets bumped. Passengers denied boarding are entitled to compensation, and the process is regulated in many countries. Understanding your rights can help if you're ever in this situation. Airports and airplanes are full of engineered decisions, some visible, some deeply hidden, that shape every traveler's experience. By understanding these systems, passengers can reduce stress, save money, and make better decisions before and during their flights. If you found this video helpful, let us know your favorite secret or trick in the comments below. Be sure to check the description for official travel resources and products designed to enhance your trip. And don't forget to subscribe to Epic Voyage for more behind-the-scenes insights airlines would rather keep hidden.